of different models from Diplomat, but I think that the aim that we also Alon now joined, the aim of the meeting from our side is to be able to give some information and maybe better explanation about the maintenance of the equipment. This is, I think, the main purpose, how to operate the dental unit, even though we know in a way, but I think we need to improve it and to make it more precise way. So, please.
Okay. Right, we are basically focusing on what we are going to tell to the dentist in terms of obviously service, but also do you want also the control of the unit, or is that okay? Are you okay with that? I mean, like the control panel and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes. Operate and maintenance. This is, I think, the main two points. Yes.
I think installation also is important.
Okay. Also installation. Maybe if we do installation, maybe second. Maybe first we'll do the maintenance and operation, and the second meeting we will focus on the installation process.
Okay, so obviously everything starts with installation, so let's start first. Yeah, so we'll start with the installation first. Okay, obviously you have the
Stanislav, I think that maybe it's better first to do the maintenance and operation.
Okay.
Then maybe in a different forum that we will arrange to focus more on the installation.
Okay, let's do that, and if you have any questions, just ask anytime, anything. Okay, let me just switch on the unit here because it's not switched on. Because on my laptop, here on the table, on the desk, and I will bring the control panel here, if that is okay for you, like this.
That's model 1.
Is that okay?
Yes, yeah. Yes, we see everything.
That's what we want to talk about, is model 1, is it?
It's a model 1, and also on the 500, also the other models.
Yeah, but we will start with model 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's start with model 1 then. Okay, so the control, basically the dentist has some basic home screen here where you can have control for 2 dentists. Obviously some of them work on their own, sometimes there are 2 people, so you have the option to use this UP button, user program, to switch one or two dentist.
Basically it's profiles, user profiles.
Yes, so basically each dentist have their own memory settings for the chair. They have program settings, instrument settings. Everything is there are 2 sets of each basically settings for Doctor 1 and Doctor 2. Okay, so if there is more than 1 doctor working on the chair, then they have the option to have 2 customized settings basically. Then what you have is just some status bar at the bottom. So that's where you will find all the settings and all the options you can change. So let me just mute my phones here because it's ding, ding, ding all the time. Okay, so the bottom part of the screen is your status bar. It's like on your Windows computer or something. You have some settings and some icons which represent the current status of the setting. So on the home screen, obviously, it's the lamp. So you can see what state the lamp is on. And then you can see what water source you are on. I don't know what you guys do in Israel, what dentists prefer, if they also use the central water, the city water, or just the bottle. If you, both, yeah. Okay, so in here, the dentist can see what water source they are on. So either the bottle or the city water. Yeah, because sometimes they can ring you like, oh shit, the water is not going into my instrument. Yeah, this is the cooling water. so they can check if they actually are on the proper water source. Okay, because this is quite a lot. Dentists don't know what exactly these icons here mean, so we can explain to them. Okay, then from the main screen, obviously, or from the main, or from the keypad, you can control chair movements, obviously, and have your memory chair positions. 1, 2, 3, 4. These on the right-hand side, they are only for chair. Okay, that's not memory positions for instruments or nothing else. These are only for chairs. Even if you pull up the instrument, these always work just like just for the chair, just memory positions for the chair.
A
Okay.
question, Stanislav, can I ask a question?
Sure.
I think the red button is one of the, there is a button that takes the chair on 0 position. And also the emergency one. I don't
Okay.
know if you remember me, but I think we spoke over the phone with the lamp issue in the Model 1 unit in one installation. You remember the lamp was switching on and off, on and then off? Okay, I see.
Yeah,
It was before Christmas. Okay, never mind.
It was
Okay,
too much.
I have a question about the emergency. In these clinics, this specific clinic, I saw that you must program the emergency button. Is this correct, or is it already should be calibrated in the factory?
The emergency button should be pre-programmed to bring the chair to the
maximum minimum trundle position.
Yes, it should be pre-programmed. As far as I know, I can double check, but it always has been, and it should be basically so, because you don't need to change, and you basically shouldn't even be able to change this position because you can do it by accident or something, and then if the real emergency comes up, then you're screwed pretty much because it comes.
You can change it. I can tell you this with the 100% of it can be reprogrammed.
Okay. Okay. I'm not going to tell you whatever fairy tales here. I'll just take a note about this and training notes. Okay, I will ask about this.
I don't know if it is like supposed to be, or is it a malfunction in the chair?
Again, I'm repeating, I don't want to tell you something I'm not sure about, so I will ask. In my opinion, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be able to for you to change it, but maybe it's designed to be able to be changed. I'm not sure. That's what I'm saying now. I don't want to tell you something which I'm not sure about, you know, and lie to you basically. So I will ask about this. I will let you know.
Thank you.
It's logic. It's constant. Listen. Okay, please go ahead.
Okay. Right. Okay. So the chair control basically is from this right-hand side of the keypad, and then we have on the left-hand side we have the main functions, which is the lamp, cup filling, and bowl flushing buttons. Pretty much anything which you need to program, or which makes sense that you can program, like the memory positions, time of filling the cup, time of flushing the bowl, etc. All these you can program by holding down the button. Okay, so chair memory positions, like basically every function which is changeable, you can program by holding down the button. Okay, that's what you can also explain to the dentist. Basically, chair memory positions, you bring the chair to the desired position and press and hold down the button where you want to have that position. Regarding the filling times, or the times of filling the cup and flushing the bowl, again, for the desired time, you press and hold down the button. Okay, and you can do that from this keyboard or from the assistant side keyboard as well. So that's how you program. Okay, so always programming is long, holding down the button, recalling the function is just single press. That's for all the functions basically. Okay, what else needs the dentist know? Now we have instruments. All instruments apart from the syringe, have the instrument screen. So if you pick up an instrument, the screen will change to that instrument screen. Turbine has its own the screen. The micromotor has different screen, etc., etc. On all instruments, or most of them, do you guys have the speed control on turbine Israel or no?
No.
No. Okay, so on micromotor and the scaler, basically, you can actually even the turbine. Sorry, I'm wrong. Okay, so on all instruments, you can limit the maximum power of the instrument pretty much, and that is done via these two buttons. They're highlighted here, plus and minus. Okay, so every instrument you can use these two buttons to limit the maximum output. Okay, so let's pick up, for example, the turbine. I'm not sure if you can see. It says 100%. Okay, so using the button, I can limit the maximum output of the instrument power. Okay, turbine, any instrument using plus minus. Okay, that's how you limit the power of the instrument. Okay, so that's basically what the dentist needs to know. Most of the instruments also have the light, yeah, water cooling or some type of cooling, and they are able to be controlled in some way. So either I will show you. It's regarding the pedal. Okay, so if I pick up an instrument, let's go for the micromotor, for example. As I said, again, bottom part of the screen is your status bar. It shows you what settings basically the instrument is on. First from left is the instrument light. Okay, so we have the light on and a dedicated button for that here. Okay, so the icon on the screen, you can find the same button basically here on the keypad. So you can switch on or switch off or change the color of the light. Okay, we have the blue light here on this one. So with the same button again, bottom bar is basically that where you need to look for the main functions. Okay, so that's the light. And the second one is the cooling coming from the tip of the handpiece. Okay, single press again. We have a button here, this one here. Single press switches on or switches off the cooling. Okay, you have the same function. The foot controller. I cannot bring it here. I think. Hang on a second. I'm not sure. Okay, I can bring it here. Okay, on the foot controller, the same function as pressing this button here is programmed to the left button on the foot controller. Okay, so if I pick up the instrument, okay, I can change or switch on or switch off the cooling using this button, right? But I can do the same using this button on the foot controller. So that's for quickly changing the type or switching off, switching on the cooling. I'm not sure if you can see the screen, but it's changing. Okay, every single press basically changes the cooling to on or off. Okay. There is cooling or there is no cooling. Okay, so that is hard programmed to the left button of the foot controller and works for each instrument. Okay.
If the instrument is on the tray, then this button should operate the turning on the cap and the bowel flushing, right?
Exactly. When all the instruments are in the control panel, then we have, and I don't remember which one is which one, but one is for the cup filling, one is for the bowl flush.
And those buttons cannot be reprogrammed and changed to another functions.
No, only on Model Pro. On Model Pro, you are able to reprogram them. On Model 1, all these functions or these buttons here on the foot controller, they are hard programmed. You cannot change it.
And the right side, when the instrument is off the tray, if the instrument in your hand, the right side is programmed for what?
chip blower. That
Chip
is the that is the blow of the air. So you can, as long as you are holding it, the air is coming out of the tip, so you can clean the area of the tooth. Okay, so the left one is switching on and off the cooling. Right one is chip blower. Okay, that is for the instrument. And also in the case of micromotor, the micromotor is pulled out. So as we said, this is cooling, but if you hold it down, it will change the rotation from left to right and back. Okay, so single press cooling, if I hold it down, it will change the rotation.
Reverse.
Yes, reverse, yeah, that's it. Okay, and that reverse or the rotation also is in the status bar of your instrument on the instrument screen. Okay, so always look at the bottom what your settings for that current instrument is, because obviously every instrument have or has their own settings, and also every doctor. Okay, so if someone tells you like, I programmed it yesterday, but it's different, maybe they switch the doctor set, yeah, the profile for the doctor, 1 or 2. Okay, and the last important thing might be the type of regulation of the speed of the power output. Okay, we have 2 types. One is straight to maximum, to the set maximum. So in our case here, it will be 26,000 RPM. Second type is regulation from 0 to 100%, like depending how much you press the controller, yeah? So that is, again, it's this icon here. So that is the type of the control, the speed control. And you can change the button here, so either regulation or without yeah, yeah. So you have 2 types also, because I also met cases where doctors were not happy with the type of control because it's always going to 100%, but they didn't know that they can change the regulation to be able to control it smoothly from 0 to 100%.
You switch it by holding it or just click?
Just click. Just click. This one is just clicking. Okay. Okay, you can have 4 different or 5 different actually on model 1, 4 different types of micromotors. Yeah, DX, DX Blue, DX Pro, or DX Pro Blue. Are you familiar with these?
Yes.
Are you familiar with these? Do you know roughly what they are? Like DX is just the basic restorative micromotor. If you want to compare it to, for example, BNR, it will be like the MCX micromotor, so just a very basic normal micromotor. The second type is DX Pro, and that is the endodontic micromotor, so it's something like an MX2 from BNR. So that is the endodontic, where you can control the torque, you can have auto reverse, auto forward, and for these you have another 3 buttons here. Mode, where you change the mode from normal to auto reverse to auto forward back to normal. So you cycle through the modes. You can set the power, the torque, limit the torque, and you can set the auto forward time in case of auto forward function. Okay. But this is best probably for the dentist to read the manual as well and play around with it a little bit, because there is quite a lot of settings you can do, and it's, you cannot really teach the dentist within like 10 minutes how to control an endodontic micromotor. So they should like check out the manual, really read it a bit, so you can explain to them obviously, but they need to get used to it somehow, yeah. Right. So also in the case of micromotor, you can change the ratio of the handpiece. Okay, so we have a blue handpiece here, 1:1. Yeah, and that is here, 1:1. Can you actually see my screen here?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so it's 1:1. You have this button here, the 2-gear wheels. If you press that, you can change different ratio for the
Ah, no, so conventional the
1:5 to. So for example, I take this one out and I put on a red one 1:5 handpiece. I can then change, like press this button and then using the plus minus buttons, I move around. Okay. I can change to 1:5. If I leave it there, it disappears and it applies the settings, and it shows me the speed of the burr, actually, not the actual micromotor, but this is always the speed at the end. Yeah, depending on the handpiece you have set. Okay. Plus minus buttons again. Yeah, some people. Okay. These are also very useful for the choosing of the cooling type. Okay, because we can by single press of the button we can switch the cooling on or off. Okay, we know that. But what if we want to change to just water or spray water and air? Yeah. So in order to do that, we need to hold down the button. Okay, so single press switches on or off the cooling. If you hold down, it will come up with the menu where you can choose the type of cooling. Okay, if the cooling is switched on, you can have air, water, spray, water with chip blower, air with chip blower. Okay, with chip blower, it means that at the end, when you let go the pedal, at the end, it will blow a little bit of air. Okay, how you do that, basically how you change the cooling then, or the cooling mode, is that you press down. When the menu comes up, again, plus and minus buttons. You move around and you choose your desired cooling mode. So for example, spray and blow, just leave it, it will come back. And the icon actually even changes to represent what type of cooling is selected right now. Okay, so single press, switch off, single press, switch back on, press and hold, change the mode of cooling. For example, just spray. Again, this is also described in the user manual. So maybe worth for the dentist if they look in for the cooling modes and change of cooling, because to make sure that they know how to do it. Right. Okay. So this is pretty much the control of the unit. Do you have any questions for this?
No.
No, really?
No.
Okay. Sorry.
Questions?
In Model Pro, we say it's the same situation with the side switches on the foot controller. I just never tried. Usually we use it only when all instruments are inside. And if I take out turbine, I can change kind of irrigation.
There is like 10 functions you can choose, even more than on here. So you can choose from, like, for example, controlling the operating lamp, controlling the LED light on the tip, change of cooling, change of program, blah, 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 blah. It's like a lot of functions, and they for each instrument as well. So if you pick up this instrument, you can program different functions. If you pick up this instrument, you can again program different functions. And it really can help speeding up the process, basically, when the dentist works. Just touching the foot controller without turning actually around and pressing the looking for the buttons on the control panel and everything. So if they really use one function very frequently, it's worth to program it to the side button to speed up the process. That's really a nice feature.
Vladimir, you will get You will get in the
only on
minute.
top.
You will get the slide with the pictures how you can program it, and what you can program.
Okay,
I will send by email.
thank you.
Okay. But actually, one more thing on Model Pro, the amount of water going into the tip of the instrument is controlled electronically. You can choose the amount on the tablet. Yeah. On Model 1, there is no such option. On Model 1, it is always controlled using the mechanical regulators at the bottom. Okay, so you can have either one for all instruments or single for each instrument, but there is no other option than these mechanical regulators for Model 1. Okay. If you don't have any other questions, that's probably it for the control. Okay. So let's start with the maintenance, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. When we are at the table here, you know what is this for? Yeah. It's collecting the excessive oil from the turbine. Yeah. So obviously, you are able to unscrew it, empty it, and put it back. Yeah. Obviously, this is like sort of sponge, which needs to be like this. Yeah. So don't push it in. Leave it like this. Yeah, because when it drops down, the oil will come out and it will be leaking from here. Okay, so always put it like this. That's what you need to tell to the dentist. Leave it at the top, like a little bit out of the edge. Okay, and then put it back in.
It's the same with the old models or only on Model 1?
No. So,
All of them are the same. Okay, right. So then, obviously, you are service technicians, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the biggest problem, or what is the most frequent problem you have with chairs, with any chairs really, any brand, whatever? What is it?
The suction.
Exactly, that's what I wanted to hear. Suction. That is 75% of all problems is suction, yeah, because people underestimate the maintenance.
Of suctions.
Exactly. One thing what I always tell to dentists is do not underestimate the amount of water you need to use to flush the system after each patient, right? If you don't do that, not even God will help you or whoever to keep the chair working forever. Yeah, so always good amount of water going through the suction system. So either suction hoses or run the bowl flush 3, 4, 5 times after each patient. Make sure that it flushes the system well. Okay. Now, obviously, you know that on each unit, do you usually have the carried units or the lift units? This one with the chair on the ground, or this one?
Yeah,
with,
we have both of them, but on Model 1 it's the chair on the ground.
Model 1 can have both versions. So either the chair on the ground.
No, we usually yeah, this one, the chair on the ground.
Okay, the second option then is this one.
Yeah.
no, this thing we have not.
Okay.
This version we have Model 5.
It doesn't matter really. Both of them have this one thing, and that is the first filter for the suction hoses. Okay, which is under this cover here. Obviously, you know that. Yes, I'll tell the dentist clean this every day at the end of the shift. Yeah, of course, like everyone else. You can have 1 or 2, it depends on the configuration, right? And this cover, it also can serve as a tray for carrying those filters. Did you know that?
No.
I will show you. You have the filter.
Yeah.
You can pull it here. Okay, so this serves as a tray also. So one filter, another you can bring to the washing whatever, wash it. So this can serve as a tray as well.
Yeah, nice story.
Should have seen them back here.
שופטים במים.
Okay, so
עכשיו השתמשו במישהו. בצהובים.
so obviously these entry filters for suction hoses, they need to be cleaned every day. Do you know what brand are they? Yeah. It's
We
Diplomat.
have two filters. One separate for the suction and one for the saliva injector.
No, this is only pro in modern one.
You can have one as well.
This is modern one, you have only one.
One depends on the configuration.
In our version, we
In our-
have it like this one.
Okay, when you do the
Two
configuration,
hoses connected together and one filter.
yeah, when you do the configuration list there, you choose if you want one or two filters. But yeah, both options are correct. So you can have both options. That was my question. Do you know the brand? Yeah, Dur.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know how?
We have not in our new units, but we order it separately and install it.
Okay. Yeah, these are.
We need it as a standard.
רעש סגורים?
Yeah.
זה פילטר סאצ'ן.
כן, לא, אני לא מדבר אבל...
מי מייצר?
A question for you. Do you know how often Dur recommends changing these yellow filters?
Half year, I think.
Okay. Another guess? No one else? 7 days.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I recommend to change the yellow filter.
7
Obviously,
days you throw out.
Yeah.
Only.
yeah, 7 days throw up, put new one
It's
in.
possible. Yes.
That's pure. That's
בגלל זה עושה ועשו את השלמים.
yeah, but obviously, yeah,
Yes.
you can see it on the mesh. Yeah, you can even tell the dentist like the mesh now is nice. It's even everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah. When it gets used, you can see like it gets apart here and there. So that's the time you need to change the filter. Okay, just show them like this is normal how it looks, and you will see when those little windows in here they start to get apart one from each other, then you need to change the filter. Okay, but this filter here, or one or two, it doesn't matter, one or two of them, this is the first filter. Okay, in the past we used to have a filter in here inside in the suction in the handpiece, but it's no more and anymore there. There used to be like a little metal sieve. Okay, it's not in here. It's also better for the maintenance because you need to then okay, it's quite easy, but still you need to take it apart. Here will be the filter, but Model 1, Model Pro, no more. First filter is here, and it's pretty sufficient for catching all the pretty big stuff which shouldn't go into the separator or something. Okay. Then obviously, depending on the separation device you have in the Spitzen block or in the water unit, here, depends other maintenance. Okay, so if you have a Catani bottle, do you use Catani bottle as well? Just a simple air separator, or
The bottles for.
No, we have a small tablets we have from Catania.
do you usually use wet suction then?
What's that?
Wet suction, no, we have a combined system.
Okay,
No,
so
no.
separate-
Usually,
In some occasions we use wet, and in some cases we use
hybrid,
half
hybrid
hybrid.
filters.
okay, and usually when you have separation inside is what is the Metasys MST1 or Durkas one?
No.
This is only a
Only suction with that can accept the liquid. Or wet rig Americans or Metasis hybrid.
Okay, right. Because when you have basically wet suction inside, pretty much. Regarding the maintenance, okay, for the dentist, there's nothing else they can do here really.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Clean the filter, that's it. Okay, regarding the suction, your suction, nothing inside. Obviously, if you have the amalgam separator inside, then you need to use your cleaning liquid for the amalgam separator. So the Katani uses the what is it called? Polyjet. Metas is obviously Green Clean, Dur, Orotol Plus, and the MD555. Yeah, but if
Oh, we
you
use the metasis one.
okay,
Green and
yeah. So at the end of the day, obviously you have that bottle here where you mix it up and use the suction hoses to pull it out. Obviously, if you have wet suction, there's nothing inside, so we will just clean the tubes inside the Spitzen block, and then goes to the central motor where it cleans the motor. But regarding the maintenance of the suction, nothing else, just the filters for the end user, for the dentist. Yeah. Then we have the distilled water. Okay. I don't know what you usually do. We recommend mixing up distilled water with 1% of the disinfection liquid.
Peroxide.
Exactly. Yeah. So 1% is safe to go in patient's mouth, right? And it basically continuously cleans the hoses inside the water lines.
Instead of use a prawn system, like the prawns that we have or weak from metasis or prawn, we can use only peroxide in this bottle. No.
In what? In Model Pro?
Okay. In Model Pro we have a cleaning system.
Okay, but
we may have the same effect if we put the peroxide inside of this bottle.
yeah. We recommend something which is called Alpron. I don't know if you have that in Israel. It's
The prawn we have only from you. We can order from metasis VA.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, it's like even this Alpron disinfectant, it's pretty much very similar to the peroxide, as you said. So the point is to put 1% of the disinfectant in the bottle to continuously keep the water lines clean out of any bacteria or any like basically all this stuff which shouldn't be there, really. So you have that option. Model 1 also has the option to have hygiene. Did you know that? Like the 2 extra bottles inside.
Double hygiene?
Huh?
What do you mean? Sorry, again.
So Model 1 is the same as Model Pro, can also have the hygiene system installed, like where you have the 2 little bottles, extra bottles for Green Clean and the disinfectant. There is also an option. Okay, Christoph will tell you.
אפשר להכניס מתוך המרדקה, כמו שאני מבין, אפשר להכניס למרדקה את כל שמודל.
במודל פרו יש את המערכות.
חומרי חיטוי. ואז כאילו מה, בסוף יום הם לא צריכים את האמבטיה?
No. But you have a hygienist mode in the soft of Model Pro, Model 1?
Model 1 also have the same mode as Model Pro, or can have the same mode as Model Pro regarding the hygiene options. Okay, so
it is an optional option.
It's of course, yes. It's of course, it's
you must order it before.
How we can update Model 1 through have your interface? You have not USB interface, nothing. If you want to update,
there is no. Do you mean update the software on it?
Yeah, software updates.
No, there is no such option. If you want to update the software, you need to replace basically the main board in the dentist panel. That will come with the newest version.
If some customer want to add some system inside, like hygiene system. So we need to update his brain also.
You don't need to. Model 1, since it started to be on sale, all of them have this option. But if you don't have the physical stuff installed here, the option is disabled. Okay, you can enable it, but obviously it will not work because you don't have the physical stuff inside the Spitzen block.
So you use the same button.
Bottle plus 2 other bottles, and actually you need also replace a PCB inside here because the bottles, they are connected to the PCB inside here. So if you want to retrofit, it will be costly. Okay, it's gonna probably much more.
When you install PCB, is a system recognize it and already you can use this function. It's already in the memory. It's a ROM of
Why you cannot access it on the control path is because it is disabled using the jumper inside the dentist panel. So you just use a jumper, you will tell basically that there is the hygiene system installed, and then you can use the control on the dentist panel. Yeah, but the program is there. Basically, everything is there. You just need to get the hardware in.
Okay.
Which is pretty complicated, and as I said, it's very time consuming to install it. And
מוספק עם האצבע, אני עושה משהו במזל, וזה מוספק. גם אם אני אעשה ככה, זה יעשה לו לב.
Okay.
Okay. Right. What else should I tell you? Do you have any questions for the daily maintenance? Well, okay, so that was the.
לא, הוא אמר, אתה בפרק מנקה את הטוויטר סטאצ'ר. So the daily and the monthly and the weekly maintenance is basically the same, it's the suction only.
It's very simple. One filter there, so.
change the button.
Changeable all the time.
Yeah. No, this is really very simple. And regarding maintenance, like the user maintenance.
Can we upgrade in Model 1 if somebody wants to have an automatic switch off from bottle, like you have a Model Pro with magnet, aircon operation?
Yes,
so
you
we
can
take out the cover and
you need.
release the
You can update. I think there is a kit for that. I'm not sure, but I think there is a kit where basically you will replace this cover. That's the side cover. Yeah. Actually, do you have openable cover or fixed cover unit?
No, we can open the cover.
No,
Okay.
I mean, if you open the cover, like in Model Pro.
Okay.
And you switch off air, and you can open the plug and reroute it from up.
Then you just need to add the micro switch there, basically. That's it.
On the micro switch, not magnet.
Yeah.
But this cover you can take out at all.
Yeah, but you are talking about the other one, very top up. I mean, the lift unit. That's what you are talking about. Because
But when we want to put water in the bottle, we no need to take out the bottle.
I see, but you have two options. Carried unit, you always need to open from the side. On the lift unit, you have this.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but that is lift unit. Okay. So on Model 1,
we have the same in the carry-on.
to answer your question,
We
if you
can
have
open.
Yeah,
No. I mean, when we want in the carry-on 500 or 700 models Pro. We want to add water to the bottle. We don't need to take it out. We just open edge of
if you have
cover.
a unit,
Yes.
unit with chair on the ground, the carried unit, the only option always is to have this openable.
Yes.
Okay, so if you have this openable, all you need to do is you need to add a micro switch inside here. I'm not sure if I can show you somehow. It should be visible. This one here. Don't know if you can see that.
In our version, we have noticed. We can open it at all. It's closed constantly.
That's what if it's openable or fixed. Okay, So if it's fixed, then you need to get this plastic cover, then another bits here with the hinges and everything, and the micro switch.
Ok,
And
păi nu găsesc, nu o să plău, știi, tare, că uite, bă,
so
אני מבין, אבל גם נראה לך,
מה לגבי שיטתו של הכלים?
אתה רוצה
flashing system, צריך לשאול.
לאפשר לך חיטוי טוב.
Stanislav, I have a question about flashing the instruments. Is there any button on the assistant side or in the, so just to turn on the water and turn the foot controller, put it on the speaker and do it with every instrument?
exactly, you would need to have the hygiene system basically installed in order to do this, and then you have this button on the assistant side. This one, yeah. So you press that one, and you come up with the menu on the doctor panel, yeah. So you can do that, but if you don't have the hygiene system installed, then there is no option for flashing the instruments other than using it manually or doing it manually.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
As I look for actually, as I look at it. Yeah, I think it's the.
Okay. I don't know what else would I tell you. It's probably it. As we can see, it's very simple, and there's not many things to take care about.
About the lamp, is this a button that the modes? It's on, CR mode, and off and on again, right? Like dim, like on, dimmed one.
When you are pressing the button,
Yes.
you're pressing the button. First one switches on.
Yes.
2 seconds and switch it.
So
Okay, pressing the button single time. You also have the icon here. Okay, so you can see what state the lamp is in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see it. Okay, so pressing once the lamp, okay, will switch the lamp on.
Yes.
Pressing another, excuse me, pressing another time, and also you can see the icon here changed for the full sun. Press second time dim mode. Okay, it goes half power here. Pressing again high mode, dim mode, high mode, dim mode. Okay, switch off, press and hold.
2 seconds, please.
You do that using this button here. Second option is via the sensor at the back, and it
We
works.
don't have sensors on Model 1.
We have.
There is always.
This is the far lamp.
And show sensor benefiting.
Both of them, Faro and Xenos, both of them have the sensor Model Pro or Model 1, all are the same. Okay, so using the sensor, again, the same. Off, hold your hand here. Third option.
Yeah. Assistant side. Oh, no, foot controller, yeah.
Controller, yeah. Press. If you want to switch off,
Press and hold. Okay, ברור.
זה כמו במוניטור. ברגע ששום דבר אתה לא לוקח, אפשר...
And you also have this button on the assistant side?
yes. If you have the full keyboard, then yes, because you have two options of assistant side, either the simple with just ball and cup buttons.
Can you show us on this one what the kind of the assistant side operational button?
We don't have one.
Yeah, this is the kind of, yeah, this one. Yeah.
This is what you have. This is the advanced option. Okay. Simple assistant table is without this. This is not there.
Yeah.
And there are two buttons here for cup and ball.
Air side makana Model 1. Menutanie air side Model 1.
Okay. This is clear. Open. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
So.
see you later.
מודל 700, 800, שיעשה לנו.
Now we have one problem, how we can to switch off this function of cup filler and because it's a dentist is not so happy to have suddenly when they move the food controller, every time they have water to spit on, and they if we switch off the micro switch inside, so we can use options for instruments.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, there is no option to disable just the main functions. No, it doesn't work like that.
טוב, רוצים להתמקד עכשיו באחרים, בצורה? Okay, so maybe we go now to 700 or to the more advanced unit. I think it's actually the same demo with the additional functions.
Okay, so I'll show you that. Just 1 second, because that unit is switched off as well.
זה סוגר ריקה.
לאחרונה לא.
יש שני מודל 1 וזהו.
לא.
יש רק לעולם אחר לגמרי, שהיוקרה.
לא, זה יותר לפני כזה. שימו לב, זה מנורות של הים, לא של פעם.
אתה מדבר על משהו בתקרה?
אבל הם עושים במפעל שלהם, עושים את זה או שגם
לא מקוונת טוב.
Okay, the tablet is see, the tablet is dead. I'll go.
נעים לי את העבר.
נכון.
It is dead.
Oh, he will take another tablet. He will take another tablet. Don't worry.
Over here. So let me.
רנטגן איזושהי.
וככה? אני לא מבין על זה כבר.
אין לו בסדר את זה, שלא יש איזושהי פעולה של מאסטר ואנגלית.
Okay. Right. So all instruments in the table. Again, we have different options for these two buttons. How you get them is it English? No, it's not in English. I'll switch to English. Okay. So how we program these two buttons for the foot control, when all instruments are in the dentist panel is you need to go, the compressor is not switched on. You need to go to the menu here, go menu, user settings, and foot controller adjustment. Okay, and these are the functions we can have for those buttons when all instruments are in the table, in the dentist panel. Okay, so we can switch the main light on off or change the intensity. The bell, that is the one that is the thingy when which is wired up to your door, the buzzer, the door buzzer, basically. Cup filling, or flushing, or disable the function. This button when all instruments are in the dentist panel. Okay, so right now, like we can program it the same like it's on model 1. So cup filling, bowl flushing. If we go back and I press the button, I actually cannot see it here, but I can hear clicking the valves inside the spitting block. Okay, but as we said, user settings, foot controller, no function. This will disable the buttons when all the instruments are in the table, so you cannot accidentally fill your cup or let the water run basically. So now if I'm pressing, nothing happens. Okay, and then when you pick up the instrument,
You're going to the same screen.
yeah, then you go to the second screen and you can program the buttons here of the foot controller. Okay, and you can choose from these functions: chip blower, instrument cooling on or off, micromotor rotation change, so left or right, reverse, instrument light, instrument blue light, instrument program change. And I will show you, this is a very, very, very good feature for someone who repeats the same steps again and again. You can control the operation, the light, the lamp, again, the door buzzer, cup filling, bowl flushing, or and you can program left button.
אני לא יודע מה התפקיד של הדבר הזה.
שלא כחול, כן, הכל
אבל גם כשאתה שם קומפוזיט אתה גם ככה לא בתוך הפה. כאילו אתה לא אינסטרומנט בתוך הפה.
Stanislav, what is the function of the blue light? When you,
גבולות של אנשים שם.
this is for carriers detection?
No,
the
composite.
exactly highlights the composite in your tooth.
סתימה.
סוגים של הסתימה.
It like illuminates.
אוקיי.
לא,
It's basically a close to ultraviolet light just to see the restoration inside the mouth.
המשפיט, זה שמשפיט יותר מדי. שתראה את הגבולות של הסתימה. אוקיי.
Highlights the composite and you can see exactly where you missed it, so you can.
אם מזמינים את זה בגלל
לא, מיקרומוטור. ועם אור בלו. אז אתה מקבל גם רגיל וגם כחול.
אבל
יש לנו בלו.
אבל לא יודע אם אנחנו מטורבים.
Versions.
זה תלוי ברפלס. לא, it's simple.
You have either DX or DX blue. Yeah, the blue means that it has the blue light in here, but be aware that it doesn't depend on the micromotor only. You also need to have the electronics inside the controller to be able to emit blue light. So even if you have a micromotor with blue light, it doesn't have to work if you don't have the electronics.
And also Pro we can have in two versions. For Pro it always have blue light.
Exactly, yeah. It's either Pro normal one or Pro blue.
אוקיי.
Okay. Right. One cool feature I wanted to show you regarding instruments. So obviously not every dentist, but some dentists might have certain process where they use the same settings for each patient. Okay, so the same speed, maybe same type of cooling, blah, blah, blah. So you can do that if I go back to the home screen of the instrument.
No, we cannot see the laptop, the tablet.
So on the home screen of the instrument here, I can change whatever settings I need and then memorize them. Okay, press and hold. This is your programs. Press and hold will save the program. We'll go save. I will give it a name. It doesn't matter. P1, for example. Program 1. Okay, so this is my program 1. Now I will change the settings because in the next step, for example, of some restoration process or endodontic process or whatever else, we don't have many things here we can set. But for example, I need 55% of spray, and I always use this after. Okay, so I will save it as the program number 2, or whatever name I will give it. Yeah, and then I will have spray. No, I need water. I need really slow. That is the third step of my process. Save P3, for example. Yeah.
Can you change the key ratio and save it for a function, for a program?
Yeah. Then we go sorry, then we change the gear ratio. So next step, I will use 1:5. I don't know, 40% of spray, and I will go really slow. Change it to the 4th step.
How many programs do we have?
10. 10 for each instrument.
10 for each instrument.
Okay.
And
Yeah, but it's,
first of all, it is for each dentist. So we have unlimited number of profiles. Then each profile can have
yes.
10 settings for 10 instruments. It is quite important for endodontists, so they can have the different settings of the tips or of the endodontic tips. And also they can, for implantologists, they can, implantologists who has the surgical motor can set up the all steps of the implantology, like the, initial drilling, then second drilling, and then final drilling or something like this.
Okay, so I like Christoph said, I programmed 5 different steps of the same procedure, which I repeat on the same patient. Yeah, roughly. So you see how I programmed them, basically changed the settings, press and hold down to memorize the program, give it a name, and confirm. To recall the settings, just press the number, yeah? And now this is where I'm heading, one very quick, very cool feature, which will save a lot of time if really you are using all these steps in the process, is that you can program the foot controller to change the programs here. Yeah, so I will go to the second page, and for example, on my right hand button, this one here, yeah, I will program instrument program change. Yeah, so now I have instrument program change. Top right corner here, I will choose which programs I want to change using the button. So I will go for all of them. 1, 2, come on, 3, 4, 5. It's really because I'm looking from the okay, so I selected all of them, and now on the main screen, okay, so I put the instrument back, okay, pick up the instrument. For some reason I'm on number 5 now, but using this button on the foot controller, I can change the programs. Okay, so I don't need to even look at the tablet. I don't need to change nothing. I don't need to touch it. I'm looking in the patient's mouth, look at the foot controller, press the button, and I'm on next step. Okay, so this can be interesting feature for some dentists, and really cool, really time saving. So that will really improve the efficiency of the doctor.
I have a question. What if you disable the option to switch, let's say, program number 3, then it goes from 2 to 4, or it just stops?
Exactly. So let's have a look. So if I remove program number 3, okay, I will cycle through 4, 5, 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, so it will not take that program into account.
But you can still press it and then access it.
You can, if you want, you can manually, you can choose it. Okay, so that is something I wanted to show you. I don't know, do you have any other questions, like regarding the foot control or the control or something? Do you get questions from dentists, which sometimes you don't know the answer to, like right away, or something? Is like, not really, yeah.
No, about the micro switch, about the pedal buttons.
Okay, so you know, yeah.
Yes, we have questions of how to disable it mainly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
Model 1 not possible. Model
not
Pro.
possible.
Mm-hmm.
So we already know the answer that it's not possible.
Guys,
Finger because
guys, I would like to add one information because behind Stanisław, you can see in reality the X-ray adapter on the chair. So you can see there is a column of lifted model, and you can see that the X-ray intraoral is already installed on the chair. So it is how it looks. And Stanisław, can you show the other side of the dentist element, left side of the dentist element? Because there is an additional USB. On the dentist element in this model, we can have additional. There is additional USB, as here, and the holder for the sensor. So then you put the sensor to the holder, RVG sensor to the holder. You put use this USB, and this USB is connected. The cable from this USB goes through the arm to the bottom to the base of the chair.
do you have the sensor?
Not here. I don't know if
here,
it's
sensor is upstairs, but sensor, you can use any sensor in this case. But we have in the offer, we have Vatex sensor. But you can use any sensor.
And which software are you using for the viewing?
Sorry, once again.
Which software are you using for?
So we use the okay. So each sensor has their own software. In this case, we use the Vatex software. And Vatex why we use Vatex software? Because Vatex also offer the application on the tablet. So yes, you can see the picture after radiology shoot. You can see on the tablet.
Okay. And regards the maintenance of those models, what are the main difference between what you demonstrate in the model 1? Do you have any additional?
Regarding maintenance, really they're both the same because the Spitzum block really contains the same devices. So, like namely on this Model Pro, for example, suction hose is again the same. Okay, there's nothing, no filter in here. Again, you need to take out this cover to have access to those two filters. After these filters, in this one, we have the wet suction with just the spittoon for the bowl. Yeah. The float valve, where you only have as well. You only have this filter, triple filter there.
This spittoon valve, we not use it. We always have drain separately.
Yeah.
Spittoon valve is for connection to suction system.
Yeah, so you have the separator here, obviously.
No need the drain.
So, Stano, you can show also the on the Model Pro hygiene function with the instruments, like where is the hygiene and flushing of instruments on the tablet.
Okay. Okay, this is again on this one. Our showroom, we don't have the hygiene physically installed. That's why when you go to menu, you don't have the option here. Okay, so I'll have to, but I will show you. I need to log in as a service technician. And I am now able to change. Oh, it's in Hungarian. Okay, there was Hungarian service technicians here the last time. So menu English. Okay. Dental unit management, tools hygiene, on. No, this one. Okay, suction hygiene. It doesn't really matter. Okay, suction hoses. The hygiene of the suction hose. If you want to flush the suction hoses, you can only do that along with flushing the instruments. Okay, there is no option to just flush suction system. You have to do suction system and instruments at the same time, always. Okay?
Can you repeat the last sentence, please? Because I didn't get it.
I said that there is no option to do the hygiene of the suction system, to flush the suction system on its own. You need to do the suction system and the tools at the same time.
Oh.
So you cannot do it by itself. Okay. In case you have the hygiene system installed, you have a menu when you go to from the home screen menu button, yeah. You have the hygiene menu here. Sorry, I'll just put it like this. When you press the hygiene menu, you can choose what type of hygiene you want. Start of working day, after the patient treatment, end of working day, or intensive hygiene. That is the targeted 100% disinfection solution. Okay, so it doesn't matter which one you choose. For example, the starting one, you will get a guidance of what you need to do. So you need to put this tool in your spittoon bowl, continue, put all the hoses in there, yeah, continue. You can select the flushing time from 20 to 120 seconds for each instrument. And then you press the start button. I will not do it here because it will get stuck because the hardware is not there, obviously. But that is it. You just put the tool there, put all the hoses there, select the time, press the start button, and everything will be done automatically. So
Can you show another one? Okay, let's say the end of the day, just to.
Yeah. End of the day is pretty much the same one. Just the same process again. Okay, I've already started it.
Okay.
Okay, so it doesn't work because the when you, yeah, it's not here. Yeah, it gets stuck now on the hygiene because there is no hardware there, so I need to restart the unit. Okay, but this is
Use the jumper.
once again.
Use the jumper on the unit.
No, this is different. This is different. This is all software programmed because on Model 1, software is very similar to this one. It's the same, basically the same microprocessors and everything is used, and even some pieces of code are the same, but the settings are usually made hardware via jumpers. On Model Pro, on this one, all settings are in the EEPROM memory on the main board. Okay. Just bring it back to normal now. Off, suction, off. Okay. Right. Any other questions? What else would you like to ask?
I think it was very clear. Was clear for the moment. Questions?
So guys, if there is no questions, so maybe we will make we'll take the break for today, and the next session, which I will agree with Eran, will spend more about installation. So then Stano will be prepared more about installation, and all this session, which took us 1 hour 20 minutes, is recorded. So I will share record of this session, and you can rewind it once again. It's okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much, since it was very efficient.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And if you really like, if you come across anything you don't know or you're not sure about, always try to take note. And on the next meeting, you can bombard me with questions. I'll be happy